Hi, welcome to the Passaic County Energy Aggregation educational video brought to you by Concord Energy Services and Commercial Utility Consultants. What is energy deregulation? Energy deregulation is the separation of distribution and supply. New Jersey has been deregulated since 1999, and since then, approximately 18% of the residential customer base has switched to a third-party supplier that they have chosen. As illustrated in the picture below, before 1999, your local distribution company would generate electricity and bill you for the supply and distribution portion of your bill. After 1999, your local distribution company is now only responsible for the distribution of your electricity. They must go out and buy electricity from third-party electric suppliers. Your local distribution company will bill you for the distribution portion and supply portion of your bill, but will remit the supply portion to the suppliers who generated the electricity. In order to make up your current default rate, the Board of Public Utilities, also known as the BPU, runs a statewide auction that makes up the basic generation service portion of your bill, which is also known as the supply portion. On your current bill, you can see these charges by finding the line item named BGS, or Basic Generation Services. The last BPU auction was in February 2015. Here's a look at some of the suppliers who make up the current default rate. BP Energy Company, Exelon Generation Company, and TransCanada Power Marketing, to name a few. What is government energy aggregation? The Government Energy Aggregation Act of 2003 was passed allowing counties and municipalities to aggregate their load to compete against the default rate provided by the local distribution company. In 2012, NJAC Title 14 was passed, allowing municipalities to aggregate the residential customers to compete for a cheaper price to compare versus the current default rate provided by your local distribution company. All bid documents and agreements are sent to the BPU and Rate Council for review prior to the energy auction. The Department of Community Affairs, also known as the DCA, has oversight in the auction process. Here's a look at how your town did by being a part of the Passaic County Pricing Cooperative. The auction was held on 12/30/2015. The winning supplier was Constellation Energy. The winning rate was 0.1184 per kilowatt hour versus the PSE&G default rate of 0.1303 per kilowatt hour. The winning rate will be fixed for the term starting in April 2016 and ending November 2016. Here's what you can expect next. You will receive a letter from your municipality explaining the program. The letter will also include information regarding Constellation Energy, the winning rate, and opt-out options. The program only includes those who are not currently with a third-party electric supplier. This form letter, developed by the BPU, provides all program information and many ways to opt out, including a mail return, an 800 number, and an informative website. After the initial opt-out period, your utility will send a switch-over letter. The letter will come directly from PSE&G and will confirm your exact start date with Constellation Energy. Constellation Energy will begin serving electric supply with your meter read date in April 2016. Here's a sample PSE&G bill. Please note the yellow arrow. The only line item that will change on your bill will be the line item marked BGS Energy. This will be replaced with Constellation Energy. As mentioned before, you will receive one bill and pay PSE&G, and PSE&G will now remit the supply portion to Constellation rather than the suppliers that make up the BGS Energy. Here are a few frequently asked questions. Who can I call if my electric goes out? You will still call PSE&G, as they still remain responsible and always will be responsible for the distribution lines entering your home. Will I be penalized if I do not become part of this program? No. You may opt out at any time and for any reason with no penalty. Will there be a different or two separate bills? No. You will still receive one bill from PSE&G. Does this hurt PSE&G? No. PSE&G will always be your distribution company. They will always remain your distribution company and will still bill you for distribution and supply. They will submit the supply portion to Constellation rather than the suppliers that make up the BGS energy rate. Who do I call with billing questions? You may call PSE&G or Constellation Energy. If I opt out, can I opt back in? Yes. You may opt out or opt in at any time for any reason with no penalty. Is budget billing offered? No. Since the term of the contract is shorter than 12 months, the budget bill plan cannot be implemented at this time. If any resident currently on a budget plan wishes to join, you may do so, but you must forego the monthly budget. What if I already have a third-party supplier? If you are currently on a third-party supplier, you must wait until the end of your contract, and then you may opt into the program. Why do I have to opt out versus opting in? The opt-out option is an aspect of the program written by the Board of Public Utilities. The law requires us to follow the statutory guidelines in order to establish and participate in this type of program. Thank you for watching.